A new year is here, which means that you have the opportunity of a lifetime. You get a fresh, clean slate to begin this year and whatever kind of business journey you want to be on. And that's a beautiful thing because not only is it a new year and you get to have all the fun that comes with all those fresh new ideas and implementing them, but you also are presented now with the opportunity of a lifetime. That's right. In 2023, we are going to see opportunities like we have never seen before, as long as you're ready for them. So are you ready? In today's video, I have 5 tips that are going to help you take advantage of the opportunities in front of you this year and to help solidify those plans that you may have floating around in your head once and for all as we get started. Welcome back. My name is Christina Scalera and I'm the ski bum behind this channel, and I am here today to help you solidify your business goals after running a multiple 6-figure shop and teaching hundreds of you throughout the past 2 years all about how to do the same through your own digital download products. If you are the kind of person who likes to see those sales rolling in on your phone as you're going up the lift line, then we are probably kindred spirits. And to get ready for this new year, there are 5 critical things that you need to do after hitting the like button and subscribing to this channel. Every like, every subscribe, and every comment really helps out tremendously. I know that YouTubers are blue in the face saying this, but it really does help, and it's totally free for you. And if you want to save that like until the end of the video to then decide if you're going to give it or not, that's okay too. All right, so the first thing that we're going to focus on today is something that almost all of you have heard about, probably half of you have actually done, and less than 1% of you will have some kind of value come out of it unless you change this one thing that I do differently with all of my clients. This one thing is creating some sort of annual plan. And most people know that they want a vision board or to map out all of the launches and the exciting things that they have on their calendar for the year ahead. The thing that's going to change everything for you is not just making a plan, but actually forecasting the year ahead and breaking that down month by month. So what I like to do in light of recent years is make a really solid forecast for the next 3 to 6 months, and then as the year goes on, every month after that, I just kind of solidify the next month and then take a hard look at those things around December, January timeframe for the next year. So what this looks like is in December, I created a forecast for this year of all the things I wanted to launch and do and all the people that I wanted to bring into my audience and reach on YouTube and TikTok and all of those good things. And then I broke that down month by month and forecasted how much money I expected to bring in based on the offers that I had going out that month, and also how many people I was going to be getting on my list, new YouTube followers, new TikTok followers, etc. So this is something that I always remind people is a tool for you to use. It is not there to be the be-all, end-all, written in stone tablet to your success. No, this is a tool that is going to adapt and grow and change as you do throughout the year. And this is also the thing that is going to make a huge difference for any of you out there who are suffering with the revenue roller coaster. You know exactly what I mean. Like, if you know what happens. So if you don't want to be on that roller coaster of a ride anymore, you want to actually sleep through the night and not worry about your finances at 3 a.m., financially forecasting instead of just doing a plan is going to be a game changer for you. If you want me to do another video in the future about what forecasting actually looks like, maybe show you a little behind the scenes, let me know in the comments below. I just don't know if that would be interesting or kind of boring for you guys. The second thing you need to be doing this year that you probably know you should be working on is to stop the comparisonitis. This is going to kill whatever you're working on, like hard, full stop. And if you find yourself caught up in that trap of comparing yourself to others, especially people you don't know online, or even people you think you know in person, it's important to remember that you actually don't know what is going on with whatever they're talking about. So you actually don't know if they really did lose all that weight from hard work and dieting, or maybe they got some surgery. No problem either way, but if they're telling you they did it one way and they actually did it another, you don't really know. So you can't compare yourself or your schedule to theirs or anything like that. And same thing with business. Unless someone is actually bringing receipts and showing you screenshots and taking you behind the scenes, then you probably don't actually know how much they earned or how many students they actually had in their online course. So take that with a grain of salt whenever someone shares that information, and make sure that they back it up with receipts and at least credible screenshots, and that they're also balancing out any kind of cool revenue numbers with what they're actually spending. If you don't remember, I just did a video on how much it costs to make the kind of money that I make. The third thing for those of you who watch this channel is not going to be much of a surprise. You need to be annoying. I say this in every video now, but seriously, for any of you out there who are not being annoying, like if you're not annoyed with how often and how much you're online and sharing things with your audience and just putting things out there into the world, like if you're not annoyed, then your audience probably hasn't even heard it or heard about it. So be annoying. The funny thing about this is that you are probably the least likely person to be annoying if you are worried about being annoying. So maybe just get out there and try to be annoying. And that will help you to be annoying. But by being annoying, you're not actually being annoying. You're just like getting out there at a very base level, and people will finally start to see your offers and then buy from you. And you can have me just right there on your shoulder, just telling you to be annoying. Anytime you're a little bit scared to get out there or be in front of a different audience or plug your email list. Like, by the way, you can get our ultimate digital download product creation guide. Like, you can actually get that. That's linked below. Anytime you're worried about sharing one of those resources with your audience, just like think of me, just being like, be annoying. Be annoying. Okay, number 4 is a big one this year. We've seen some radical economic shifts in the past 6 months, especially. And especially if you're in the US and in the market for a new house, then you really know what I'm talking about as far as interest rates and payments and all of the above. And we all are affected by housing because we all need somewhere to live. So if you are out there and you're trying to figure out how to add to your top line revenue this year, the most important thing you can do to plan for 2023 is to plan to help others. And if you haven't been the best at getting out of your own head, getting out of your own way, and learning how to actually help others or listen for where they have problems that you can help them out with, then this is the year to start to listen to those little inklings, those little chatterings around you in Facebook groups or Reddit threads or wherever you like to hang out. There's a saying that goes, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And I don't fully agree with that. However, I do believe that how you pay attention to the details is how everything else in your business is going to flow. So don't skimp out on the little things in your business. In fact, a good example of this is every single time I sign up for a new software or service or whatever, I always make sure that I am filling out my profile because I never know when that's going to need to connect to something and be there. And it has saved my butt so many times in the past by just having this filled out. Like going in and exploring and seeing what's behind the scenes on your account, all of those things are going to be critically important. For example, with Stripe, I went in and I set up all like my brand colors and logo. And I mean, I bet you didn't even know you could set all that stuff up in Stripe, but you can. And so when someone gets a receipt from my products, they get it with all custom colors and logo and everything. And it's really beautiful. It looks very legitimate. And I have fewer returns as a result, just because I took the extra time to pay attention to those details. Same thing with your sales pages. Same thing with your offers. Do not just brush the little things aside. The little things actually are the big things, because that is where people are going to notice that you have paid attention to detail. You've paid attention to the problems and the things that they are experiencing, and you really care about them on a very deep, empathetic level. And they're going to respond to that positively, which means that you are going to have more followers, more sales, and really it just starts with being a more helpful person. So look for different ways that you can be more helpful this year. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go out and volunteer somewhere. It just means that you can look at the little details of your transactions and find out where the little sticking points are to make it an easier transaction for someone, or where someone might be getting hung up in your sales process, and make sure that they are able to move more freely through that. Or even looking at what they're having issues with in 2023 that might be different than any of the previous years, and creating some kind of offer around this new emerging issue that people are having. And finally, the 5th thing you want to make sure that you're concentrating on this year to have your best year yet is making sure that the foundations of your business are really solid. I like to pretend that my company is a big Fortune 500 company with lots of different departments, and I break out what needs to be happening in every department in order for the company to be successful this year. So even though I just run a company by myself, it's mostly just me and a couple of contractors, I still treat my business like a business, not like a hobby. And this has helped me to be successful in different businesses over the years, including in my shop and the current business that you're seeing today with my coaching over at Christina Scalera. This is also really helpful for you to see what areas might be breaking down and to take care of them before that happens, because as any of you know who have ever had a burst pipe, like a frozen pipe, it's always easier to prevent that sort of thing than to deal with the aftermath and the cleanup and the replacement and all the stuff that goes with it. So just like our house or our home, we want to make sure that we're taking care of things that could potentially be a problem down the road if left untreated. Personally, I'm all about having more white space, more calm in my life, and this is one way that I invite that in every single year. And this year it's just going to be a little bit more intentional than usual. Specifically, I'm going to be looking at how the different departments can work even stronger together versus in their little silos working all separately. One of the most important things for you to remember as you are finding your path to success this year is that everything that you want to do is within your control to some degree. For example, you can choose to lean into that comparisonitis or to pull back a little bit and have a more successful, productive day than just doom scrolling on Instagram. And I know I'm just one of many voices out there that you should be listening to, which is why I've collaborated with 4 other YouTube creators to make sure that you are getting all the best advice and tips on how to go into 2023 in the most productive, most financially abundant way possible. These are all multiple 6-figure, 7-figure entrepreneurs, and I know you're just gonna love getting to know some of them. So make sure you watch the playlist that just popped up on your screen, because they have even more good stuff coming your way. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.